to Cybrovate Cybersecurity Leadership Podcast. Today, we are discussing one of the most important topic facing organization worldwide cybersecurity. Businesses are investing more in security than ever before. Yet cyber attack, ransomware incidents, cloud breaches, and compliance failure continue to rise. To discuss this topic, I am joined by here Mr. Ratnesh and founder of CloudEra Technology, and they are doing multiple things. So welcome to the show, Ratnesh. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Theo. It's great to be here in this podcast. And today, cybersecurity is no longer like IT concern, and it's kind of become mandatory for business resilience, cyber resilience to run the business across the board, across the line of business. And also, it is going to cover your BCP, your DR concern across your line of business and enterprises business across the domain.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I have few questions here. Related to the biggest concern of cybersecurity, and so what do you think? What are the biggest cybersecurity challenges organization face today?
Yeah, so because we are on the ground and we are working with multiple customers, clients day to day, right? And even after this podcast, I'm going to do the with my team DFIR, one of the customer in Pune itself. That's a digital forensic incident response. So the attack surface, right? Growing attack surface kind of scenario is going on. So try to understand earlier infrastructure, legacy infrastructure. We have complete on-premise infrastructure, right? Now we are adding cloud, multi-cloud, and also we have the hybrid model is coming, right? And we are using a lot of SASE application. We are adding microservices applications like Kubernetes environment. We are adding from monolithic to microservices. So, and cloud transformations or cloud migrations happening across the board. Take example, Google, Microsoft, and also we have AWS and a number of cloud players in the market, right? Considering the India market, we have main in India data centers. Take example, Control C. We have SIFI, Adani, and a lot of IOTA data centers. So considering all those scenario, attack surface is increasing, the cloud adoption, and also the employees resources are working from home and they're working from office. So that culture is also creating a lot of insider threat attack, right? And considering the identity first approach where clients are using their mission critical identities, cloud native identities, or their like legacy Microsoft Active Directory or Microsoft Entra ID, where they should not expose their critical identity to the internet. Identity approach should be there should be some internet exposing identity which will be hiding our critical customers identity solution, right? And it will be like the supply chain disruptions and cyber attack scenario that's part of ransomware attacks, right? Take example where we have ransom attack or kind of man in middle attack, and there are many ways. The attackers are very smart, and we are living in 2026 world, and uh, now the companies, the products, OEMs are coming with different tools. Uh, a number of tools are available. So what tool will be the best for the customer, the use cases, and how they are going to align with the cybersecurity program of the CISOs, of the clients and the customers. I think those scenarios are very important, and those are it's n number list of challenges are there. So I think in
Exactly.
short, I think these are more highlighted, and the challenges what we can highlight in this podcast. Dave, over
No,
to you.
totally agreed. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Totally agreed. And when like in market we have plenty of solutions available, right? But still organization get breached, right? So on top of it, like few questions again, why are the organizations still getting compromised, and what are the most common gaps? Like since you are dealing with multiple customers, Ratnesh, regularly, right? And being MSSP, you are dealing with a lot of security customers as well. Customer always concerned about security. So is really prevention alone enough?
Uh, r- Good question, Deo. Actually, the challenges are, especially I will be highlighting the India market, right? So we have customers. So we are currently serving around 20 plus customers across India, and that includes manufacturing, healthcare, fintech customers we have, and also we are serving a lot of healthcare and also automobile sector. So what challenges we have seen, like the companies are very big. Take example in manufacturing, but cybersecurity adoption, the IT adoption, first think about for cybersecurity, first think about IT adoption, cloud adoption, infrastructure adoption is very in slow pace actually. Most of the customers are not ready to invest in IT and cybersecurity landscape, and provided they are very much aware about the cybersecurity concern nowadays, right? But take example, customers already brought the tool, but expertise of those cybersecurity tools, they are lacking behind. I will highlight as a major challenge, a major concern for across the India market and global market, misconfiguration, right? You having tool is not going to solve the problem there, right? Because you are also coming from the same industry, and you are coming from your product line industry, right? And you are already working, your team is already working on those product solution. What best solution we can provide to the our the customers, our clients who are concerned about the misconfiguration. Suppose take example within the uh, EDR solution. Let's take example, right? So starting EDR, XDR for the endpoints, for network devices, and for other OT devices. Take example, right? Where how the configuration will be done, how we are going to control whitelisting, like whitelisting, blacklisting, blocking things, how the configuration part, the expertise is lacking behind. And also, as you know, supply chain within the resources of
Exactly.
the cybersecurity is also a major concern for the global market, right? So I think those are the major challenges: misconfiguration, and also the tools. So because every market, every company's business is different, right? Pharma
Yeah.
company has its own challenges. Within the manufacturing, there are different companies coming, like organizations coming, they have their own challenges. Take
Right.
example, healthcare and fintechs, they have their own challenges. So how good, how best we can customize our product line, security product line, and how flexible we are. And there are many global products I have seen, but flexibility is not that much. So now what customers and industry is seeking from main India product line, they user, so it should be customizable and making sense for our India market, the criticality of the data and all those things. You already hearing like DPDP is already in
Yeah.
place,
Yeah.
and we are
Exactly.
talking
Exactly.
about, they user the consent management, right? The consent management things. So a lot of tools, a lot of product line are coming for the
Yeah.
GRC, governance, risk and compliance. Similar line, you start from endpoint, SOC as a service. All those products will be applicable as a part of the DPDP. That's mandate coming from the government of India.
Right.
And I'm very positive and keeping my finger crossed how we can, get it implemented for our beloved customers in coming up days. You?
Oh, exactly. I mean, I totally agreed itself. Like everyone has a business, different business of line of, right? So security based on it. So, and when we are dealing with multiple customers, specific cloud security, compliance, governance, so they also, like coming with a lot of challenges. Maybe you can add view, right? So how important is compliance today? Specific, because everyone talk about, right? Hey, I need GDPR. Specific, if I'm in India, I should be compliant with the DPDP, right? But people are still struggling, like where to start and why exactly do organizations struggle with continuous compliance? So anything on it?
Yeah, that's a burning question because we are also very, within the as a cloud era, right? So what we are seeing the challenges from the customer side. I will take one example, and that's very related with India market. One startup
Right.
company
Mm.
came to us and they asked, "Hey, Ratnesh and team, we want DPDP for our organization." Okay, so our team responded like, "Okay, why directly DPDP? Why
Right.
not SOC 2 and ISO? Are you already certified?" So
Exactly.
considering the approach is very
Right.
defensive, they sir.
Yes.
In India market, what I've seen, companies, organizations are coming within defensive approach, not offensive
Mhm.
approach, right? They got some business, the clientele, and the client is asking, "Are you DPDP compliant?" Oh
Right.
my God, let me take the DPDP compliant from our existing vendor or supplier. That should not be the scenario. So, like, when pressure is coming from the client side, demand is coming, companies and, going for those compliance, that should not be the best approach, they say, right? Because
Expected.
the company they don't have
Yeah.
SOC 2 compliant, and they have product line and they are not ISO certified, and coming with let's go with directly with DPDP. This is not fun part of it.
Right.
So being
Right.
an industry leaders and the clientele, we have to be serious on that front. And it's not like DPTP's kind of compliance documentation. That should be part of the DNA of the CISO team or cybersecurity team of the clientele and the customers or the organization, because a lot of tooling involved as a part of implementing DPTP compliance across the organization. So
Right.
each and every item should be part of it, not only documenting the things, getting implemented, best security posture for organizations, and that will be the success mantra across the business line, Dev sir.
Exactly, exactly. No, no, that's a whole story, right? Everything comes from the CISO only, and people are anything happen blaming CISO only. So it's actually comes from the DNA itself. Yeah. And so we were dealing with another customer, right? So there is a more challenges like what I feel and what we had discussed so far. So anything comes from the foundation, right? Where exactly the lacking by the team and the people specific in industry. So specific on asset visibility, right? So few question around. Maybe you can add your view since you are dealing with bigger organization itself. They are having thousands of endpoints, right? So if asset visibility is not there, it is more in our opinion, right? It should be such as important topic. And how does is it asset management improve security? And in your view, right, what kind of risk arise when the organization don't know what asset they own? So inventory should be in track, right? So what do you say on it?
Yeah, that's a good question, Dev sir, because that's a major challenge coming across the line of the business in India, especially the customers. I'm talking
Yes,
about MSME or SMB customers,
exactly.
especially manufacturing or non-manufacturing customers as well, where I can see they are still keeping the assets data in their Excel sheet. Here we are talking about the compliance, DPDP, GDPR,
Yes.
ISO. Let's have some tooling. Let's
Right.
forget the Excel. Now, still I can see industries across India, because we are doing a lot of demos and a lot of integration and transformation projects going on within India surface across the industry. Asset management is not priority for the industry, and we are talking about industry 4.0, right? But we are not keeping tracking of our assets across the factories, organization and enterprise offices, corporate offices. Even we don't know what kind of operating system being used by those systems. So that's a major challenge. And I think you and your team might be working to fill those gaps in coming up months and years, to have some asset management, and not only asset management, keeping track of all those assets, OS level, the patch level. I think being asset management by using the our VMDR functionality, right? Vulnerability management and detection
Right.
response, we can
Right.
get the patch level of the devices the servers and other controller devices, right? And we can recommend the available patches from different OEMs, right? Considering, take example for OT industry, uh, the vendors coming from ABB, Rockwell Automation, Honeywell Automation, and made in India, Godrej we have, right? So that VMware tool should keep the current patch level and what is the next patch level, and that should be validated. That will be start from the foundation will be the asset management. You rightly said, Dev sir, and that's pretty much related with the organization, and that's shouting area for all the organization currently to make
Exactly.
deep focus on those things. Yes.
No, no, agreed, agreed. And like it's totally depend on industry, right? And every industry require direction, right? And the platform consolidation. Because since you are dealing with multiple platforms and multiple industries, and so when we hawk on call, we found like many organizations are still looking to reduce the number of security products they manage, right? Because it doesn't mean like, hey, I need for asset one, I need for patch management one, I need for vulnerability one, I need for IAM identity. So if you count your system, it requires number of 10 tool at least, right? So when 10 agent going to run on your system, what will happen? Everyone going to eat the CPU, right? This is why everyone looking for the future lies in unified platform. And so, what is in your view? I mean, if something comes as a unified solution to cover this around the globe?
That's a good option, but adoption is a challenge, Dave, right? Considering the market standards, because we have n number of products. You just highlighted 10, it might be 10 plus 20, something like that. So the major challenge is adoption, right? The unified product is going to how so that's that should be hands-on, and within the industry adoption, how the industry 4.0 is going to adopt those unified tool as a cybersecurity, right? So when we call unified means we are getting our EDR, XDR, our SOC as a
Exactly.
service, right? VMDR
Right.
solution. Along with that, we are also going to get integrated with the compliance management, cloud security, right? So in nutshell, just to take care of all the attack service available across the industry. So the adoption will be always challenge for those things, because try to understand the CISO mindset in the market, right? They are coming with the experience of, like, 20 years, 30 years of experience. And we have some Gen Z CISOs also,
Yeah.
less than or more than Gen Z's kind of, where
Right.
experience is coming 5 years, 5 years, you will be finding rare CISOs actually, 10 years, let's take example. So that's mindset actually. And those unified products should be tested before making any decisions. And we love to welcome all those product lines for our customers, because we have n number of OEMs in the market, right? And they are eating hell number of hours for the cybersecurity SMEs, CISOs team, companies, management, board of directors, leadership. So it's good to have a unified product line, but adoption will take time. As per my understanding, what I've seen, people are coming with their own thought process, right? And adopting all those unified way and making it in practice, it will take time, but it's a journey, right? And that will be adopted sooner or later for sure. Yeah.
No, no, exactly right. Since we connecting with multiple peoples and coming from close to 20 years background, right, where our team has faced these challenges on ground itself. So this is why like Cybrovate come into the picture, and this is the reason why Cybrovate was built. So we repeatedly like heard this from organization that they were managing multiple tools for security, and either asset compliance, monitoring, any related operation in IT. So this result was really complexity rather than the security, and team getting struggled. So where actually Cyberweight was designed to around like core pillar, I will say, and that pillars are going to cover multiple services specific to protection around the system, where, like you mentioned very correctly, EDR and XDR, and specific when we dealing with the cloud, then cloud security is major concern always, and vulnerability management, but and a SIEM solution, threat intelligence, compliance management. They looks all itself like a bigger player in the market or bigger tool in the market. So but this is why like Cybrovate was designed to cover in single umbrella, and where user can get easiness, and being an engineer, I will also want like easy my life whenever I'm handling the daily ticket, daily operations. So it should comes in a single umbrella where I can able to help to my team and either L1, L2, L3. So daily operations, because every time I have to do patch management, I have to do the remote support. Being a IT manager, I require user management, right? And if it is a Windows environment, then registry is the main concern. And Windows always getting crashed with the service management, so file management. So instead of digging out each system and picking up the another tool from the market, this is why like Cyberweight come in the picture, and targeting the pain of customer, right? Where the CYB manage come into the picture, and like we discussed, very important point on CYB asset discovery, right? Which you mentioned, Ratnesh, and that is actually the foundation of anything going to be prepared in infrastructure. If your asset discovery is not clear, if assets are not trackable, then we don't know what is happening in infrastructure, right? Possible there are drifts happening, there are application changes happening, and vulnerability just surrounding the entire infrastructure. So, so this is why discovery and visibility is most important point, where the inventory is one of the biggest part here, and picking up the role so that we can handle the software, either identity visibility, and it can cover the entire requirement of CMDB tool, right? So rather than managing the multiple disconnected products, organization increasingly looking for the single source of truth across security and IT operation, right? So what do you think, like the based on your opinion and the discussion we did today, what will be upcoming for the cybersecurity?
Yeah, so I think because as you're already highlighting, it's a like unified product line where it's also incorporating your all the product line. Like take example EDR, we're talking about the XDR solutioning, the cloud security, right? The VMDR capabilities also coming with this. Same so right as part of because that is very important because making things true positive, false positive, and
Yeah, yeah,
getting tracked all those 24 into 7 and keeping track,
right.
making the take example brute force attack, and most of the companies have I have seen in India they don't have proper SOC solution, and they're
Exactly,
saying
exactly.
attacker was
Yeah,
trying the brute force attack since last 3 months,
right,
and try to remember they our 10 years back or 5 years back where
right.
the brute force attack was taking at least permutation and combination was taking around 2 years 3 years.
Yeah,
Now
yeah,
hackers by
right.
using AI what they're making a brute force attack and breaking the password within 1 month 2 months
Within one
time.
month, yeah, yeah, two
Yes,
passwords,
so that's a
exactly.
change and we are
Right,
living in the AI era and I can
right,
see
yeah,
CYB, Cybrovate is also providing AI capabilities, and that is
yes,
going to change the dimensions. And I'm pretty excited about the our future comings demos. Right before this
absolutely.
podcast, I was discussing about the let's do the
Yeah,
demo to the client, one of the leading OT industry client in Pune. So we are going to do that demos by this week only. So I'm very positive. It's very fantastic because it's a made in India, right? Made by India,
right.
made for India. So that thought process is coming, and I'm very excited to get those product line enabled for our customers and to see the how it going for those and how they are adopting those into their day-to-day operation and their factories, their corporate offices and their branch offices. That's quite interesting, Deo.
No, no, absolutely. And looking forward itself, like, and for our upcoming more podcasts. So we'll give our audience to more insight about Cyberweight products, and we'll try to cover small demos itself so that people can relate what we're talking about and what exactly on ground, so we can see the reality and know your asset, know your users, know your vulnerabilities complete end to end, right? So I
Yeah.
think rightly that, and with that, we are absolutely good here. And thank you so much for joining us today. And so this has been a valuable discussion, Ratnesh, on the future of cybersecurity and visibility compliance and operational resiliency. So if you would like to learn more about how organizations are simplifying cybersecurity operations and asset management through a unified platform approach, so we will definitely going to connect with more podcast and with our cybersecurity team members itself more. So yeah, and for my audience, thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in next episode. Thank you.
Thank you,